I just got here, got a lineup, haven't had time to actually go through it, so I am just going to roll over the lineup from last game and make changes accordingly. Don't know who's pitching. See, Cliff is here. Once he, I'm going to guess Colton. I don't know. Just have a feeling. We'll see. But it doesn't matter. We are batting first. We are away. Okay. So just in time for game time. What's up, Cliff? Go for it. Yeah, well, we're rolling. I can hold it down if you need to grab something. We're up on the deck here. It's a beautiful park. Yeah, I was in a mad scramble. I just got here. You can unplug stuff if you need to. Just bear with us here for a second, please. I got wires all over the place. Let's through this together. But Ben's Porter is indeed leading things off here. First game of 2. If Riley Coleman really gets a hold of one, we might have a soccer ball in the middle of this field. Soccer is playing directly behind the visitors' bleachers. So Porter leading things off, swinging at the first pitch for strike 1. Second pitch is put in play, knocked down by the shortstop, won't have a play. It's an infield single to get things started. Leadoff man aboard. Brings up McCraw Porter. Sees a pitch in the dirt. Craw was 1 for 4 on Tuesday, but his one was a ground rule double that kind of went under the fence. Would have easily been a triple, at least. The 1-0 is put into left field. Ranging over, can't make the play. It'll drop in. Ben's had to hold up. McCraw now hot on his heels. He'll have to retreat. We are safe at first and second. Got a couple of Porters aboard, and Aiden Valente, number 3 hitter, up to the plate with nobody out. Welcome, Cliff.
Welcome, yeah. First correction of the game, that would be Trace Harrell on second base.
So I'm just realizing as I'm sitting, I can't actually see
there's
who's
a
on
nice,
first.
nice piece of wood, right?
Well, I have plenty of room.
Probably going to be standing most of the game.
Okay.
Well, it's just right in that line. It's a gorgeous place. I mean, it's awesome.
I will not be. I drove to the Craig from my classroom today, so I will not be standing. I'm that level of nah.
Okay.
So, Valente up, 2 on. First pitch, fouled away. Down the third base line towards the Madison St. Joe dugout. Nice dugout. It's a beautiful field, beautiful campus.
Yeah.
The lake is behind us.
Catholics will do that.
Oh, yeah. I heard there's bingo, by the way.
Nice. There always is bingo.
I'll be there.
You gotta have a retirement fund somehow. Priest retirement fund.
Nice off-speed pitch. I will. Cliff, mind kind of taking over the heavy lifting here as I get all situated with all their all the lineups and whatnot.
1 ball, 1 strike, no outs, 2 runners aboard to Aiden Valente. I was a little late, underestimated the Chick-fil-A line, and that was quite busy. As that next pitch is outside for ball 2. Yeah, I probably spent 15 minutes in that line. Usually I'm not scared of a Chick-fil-A line, but that Chick-fil-A is a different animal. It's busy, busy, busy. Young Benito has his spicy chicken sandwich. I have my half and half tea, and we are ready for the next pitch to Aiden Valente.
Oh, yeah, I got to be doing that.
And that is outside for ball 3. Good eye there. Just a bit outside and low. Tuesday night, Tuesday night, the strike zone was a little wide. This one does, off the start, look a little more narrow.
That's fine. Consistency.
Yeah. No, look, I'm not knocking these umpires at all this year. They've been fantastic. So that pitch is on the outside corner. There it is for strike number 2 to not even the count, to run the count full. I've got to get my brain switched into baseball mode instead of spicy chicken sandwich mode. You know, I was looking at this field on Google Maps just to kind of see where it was going to be on the campus.
Ooh.
That's a swing and a miss.
Filthy.
Filthy pitch.
In the dirt, got him.
Strikeout number 1, out number 1. But I was Google mapping this thing just to orientate myself because I knew time was going to be tight. And that right field porch, they've got it at 320, but man, there's no way. There's no way that's 320. But what do I know? Because on Google Maps, if you take a look at it, that right field porch is real short compared to left
You get
field.
out the protractors and whatnot?
Yeah, the Palaga. Dang it. I did not get out the protractor and the rounding of 33 and a third, but we're right behind Home Depot at this beautiful campus, and this baseball field is squeezed back in here. They are definitely landlocked.
Oh, there's a lake over there.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful campus. I got to give it to them. Pitch number 2 fell straight back at us.
Oh, yeah.
Solid netting. Learned something from that.
Boy, have we checked in on her?
I have not. I need to.
We will do that between.
Towards the end of the game, she seemed to be okay, but the next day after.
I'd never leave it.
My hero. Pop straight up and right at us. That's awesome. And we're going to have to keep our heads on a swivel here.
We absolutely will.
30 feet in the air, but it does not cover your head. So, Banu, I'll fight you for a foul ball.
Can you
$5.
Can you give me the old heads up? I'm riding right now. Hey.
Pitch number 2. Ooh, that is popped sky high to the first baseman. It's kind of coming in. He's going to have to him off. Wind took that. It's blowing in, and that ball was slicing. So Clayton Goss is up to bat. I believe he's the DH if I'm reading your right.
No, he is right field.
Oh, okay. Right. Oh, that's the other.
I put. Should probably specify. Braden Goss. There's 3. Braden Goss. DH.
Yeah.
Goss. That's not helpful.
That pitch misses outside. That's a pretty consistent strike zone. That was right down the batter's box chalk.
Got a great view.
Calls it outside.
You probably have a better view than me too of the strike zone.
Yeah, it's pretty slick. Pitch number 1 to Goss. I'm going to call him Goose, is ball 1. That pitch is same place, just a little higher, so that's ball number 2. So very consistent to start this game. Nothing special in the outfield, playing a little in with the wind blowing in. We've got 2 runners. And pitch number 3 to the Gooser. That catches the outside of the plate. He just inched that one in, and great pitch, same location, same height, if you will, but just moved it in for strike number 1.
Chad Davidson is the pitcher for the Bruins.
Fouled away for strike number 2.
Second.
So that runs the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Who was the first out? Oh, yeah, it was a strikeout.
Strikeout, Volante.
Yep.
I'll fix that count in a second.
No worries. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Clay Goss is listening as he's delivering our wives' packages. Clay, you're listening. Thank you very much.
Yeah, tell my wife I said hey.
You don't have to deliver all of them. You can return them. And that is
on the ground. That's through.
And that's going to potentially – no, they're going to go for it. So
we're test it. Trace Harrell.
That's going to be out.
At the plate.
Yeah, that was out by a mile. They're playing up. It's a short field. That was hit hard enough to get to that left fielder pretty quick, and they keep us off the aggressive base running. I would have held up, but that's just me. What do I know sitting up here? But he was going to be out by a mile. He was throwing it before he rounded third. So base running error gaff, whatever you want to call it. Trying to be a little aggressive, but does not pay off for the Mustangs as we go to the bottom of the first.
We will take a break. Ben's Porter is on the mound for Game 1 here tonight, Game 2 of the series. We are back. Ben's Porter on the mound. Seen a lot of the same names, but kind of tossed it up in a completely jumbled different order. Leading off will be the shortstop, Parker McKenzie, followed by the pitcher today, Chad Davidson, and third baseman, Ian Graves.
Pitch is a little inside for ball one. I don't know if you've gone over the lineup, but we have Ben's pitching, Michael Martin catching, Wynn Harden at first. We have
Where?
Tate. Jeez
Tate,
Louise,
yeah, Tate
my
at second.
brain stopped working at second. We got Aiden Valente at third, and Ben's Porter starting over Charlie Dunn at third. In the outfield, it looks like we've got left field is going to be Carson Jenkins. Is that right?
Correct.
That's skied to right. Gooser's underneath it and makes the catch. That sun's definitely in his eyes, but does a good job. And then you've got Brandon Barlow in center field. So Leroy Jenkins in left field. I like to see it. But first batter, first out. So far, pretty efficient for Benz. That's the Patton curveball. That's a fantastic one. That one, man, it's such a good view. That started just down the chalk of the left batter's box and just curved to the inside of the plate.
And that bodes well. Well,
that is my plate. That's high and tight for ball one, strike one, one out.
Yep. And brushing Chad Davidson, the pitcher, off there. Check swing, a little high.
And he's going to say probably no.
Oh, they're going to
He
appeal.
wasn't paying attention. I say it's a foul tip. We're going to have a conversation. I think that.
I don't think he went at all.
No, and
I thought it was a
foul
question
tip
of whether
either.
it was going to be a little high or top of the zone.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't a foul tip. I know some of our fans are asking for that. But
We got a good view. I do think that was a check swing and
agree.
a ball a little bit high.
Correct. Yeah, I think.
Which is what was called, but so we're talking it over, which, you mean, you like to see, make sure we get it right, but at the same time, is this?
But unfortunately the umpire. What? Oh, he's got foul tip. Okay.
He's got foul tip.
How is he going to see a mark on the bat?
They're looking at the bat. Well, there's all kinds of marks. Oh, that maybe it was a foul tip, but it sounded weird.
Yeah, they're going ball.
Ball.
It was not a foul.
So they're testing for the sound of the bat to see whether that was foul tip or not.
Look, they're thorough. At first I thought the first base umpire he wasn't very definitive in his call, so I was like, man, he wasn't necessarily paying attention, but he says it might have been a foul tip as they're talking.
Which is what you said, and I never...
Yeah, I almost want to think it was subconsciously from hearing somebody yell it from the crowd. I think they got it right. I'm pretty sure. So with all that said, 3 balls, 1 strike. Low and outside for ball number 4. Runner is aboard.
There goes perfect game. No hitter still intact. As coming up in to the plate is the third baseman, Ian Graves.
Going to have a courtesy runner. 2-hole hitter. Is there pitcher or catcher?
Pitcher.
Thank you. You probably said it.
Chad Davidson.
I was looking at something else. Got a great view of the soccer field, so that's fantastic.
We see how that game's going. I wish the scoreboard was on the other side.
Oh, yeah, good point.
But otherwise, yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we get a soccer ball on the field. Strike in there, top of the zone. Ben's working ahead now, 2-0. Oh, 0-2, sorry. 2 pitch, fouled back, got a piece of the curve there. Stay alive. Ball misses. Brings count to 1-2. On the ground, too short. Valente fields it off the chest over to Tate for 1, not in time for the double play, but they do cut down the lead runner on the fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. There'll be a runner at first for number 19, the catcher, Nick Glorioso.
Yeah.
Those sirens for you? That is...
Could be. Actually, they're probably for you. Come on now.
Yeah. That is strike. Strike 1 as the hook is hooking.
Yeah, no, he's been pitching great all year. He's fun to watch. Really got good command his senior year, and that is just a pretty curveball in there. That kind of dropped down, too, so unhittable strike there. And as we couldn't turn the double play, got a runner on first. Really close play at first, so it was a good turn. We got 2 outs, 2 strikes, and it's a pop-up to the goose. He's running underneath it, and that is out of the inning. So Mustangs put a couple runners on, but get out of it.
Yeah, no harm done. No hits that inning. There was a walk. Got erased and swapped out with a fielder's choice there, so no damage done there. So we are scoreless through 1. Coming up, we have 6, 7, 8, Michael Martin, Braden Goss, and Brandon Barlow due up when we come back.
All right.
Almost done. I had missed 1 person, and then we'll be good. Now you like this. At 7-8, we got Reed Hagar and then Rowan Buck. That's a power combo of names there. That absolutely rips. That's awesome. My name's Buck, and I came here to do. I don't know. Didn't quite have the right ring to it.
Yeah, no. We are.
We are. Yeah, we better be. That is number 18. That is 7. And we are. Oh, we were on. So, where is my power cord? Will that work? I should have another one. I'll be right. Michael Martin, the catcher. Swing and a miss. Martin got the party started on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was an awesome
Bases
hit.
loaded double.
Just a rope and hooking. That was up. Fight you for it. No, too far. Man, if it comes here, you got to catch it with your bare hand.
Oh, of course.
And then don't cry when it hits the bone of your thumb, you know.
No promises.
Cry like a.
What if I cry for an unrelated reason?
Good point. Yeah.
0-2, but time is called.
You missed
and granted.
somebody. That's what it is. Yeah. To your text, yeah, probably not paying attention. That's a really good pitch for
Yeah, I
Moringa.
got him on the outside corner.
Wow.
Rung him up. So it's the second punch out by Davidson here. In the early innings of game 1 of 2, this varsity doubleheader.
Braden Goss up to bat. He is known to hit the ball hard. We just need to find a spot. There's chop foul.
That
Almost to the third base coach.
That 320 on a good day down the left field line seems like a pretty good spot.
Yeah, we have one person that can hit 319.
Yeah.
I think he can hit at 325 personally.
The 0-1.
Wow,
Got him on the inside corner.
You know, yeah, and that was a good pitch. I'm not going to argue. Where we're sitting, and it was kind of blocked. It wanted it to be inside, I guess. It didn't look inside. So, falls behind 0-2. Swing and a miss. Out number 2.
Second K of the inning. Bring up Brandon Barlow.
Branham. So he's gone with the pants
Yep.
without the
He
socks.
started him up, and then he got hit by a pitch.
I wouldn't put him back up ever again either. So
And strike was called. Got away from the catcher, but ump knows it's where it crosses the plate. So I don't like that it's a strike, but I like that he's making that call. Brandon Barlow, after the hit by pitch, was 1 for 2. He ripped a double.
that's a swing and a miss. That was a pretty nasty pitch. He committed, had to swing, and that ball just kind of fell off. Heck, the catcher couldn't even catch it. And I'm not knocking the catcher. That was a nasty pitch. So Brandon falls behind 0-2, 2 strikes. Score still knotted at 0.
And that's 3 straight Ks. So, down go the Mustangs on strikeouts 2, 3, and 4 of the game.
We'll be back in a minute. Yep.
We are back. John Dean D'Antonio, center fielder, 5-hole hitter. Starting off the second. Fouled away. No.
Just a little low.
No, it was just low.
Yeah, a little low.
Bounced away from the catcher.
Yeah, that was a potential for a really good pitch.
Shout out to the 10th graders. Heading down to
the Big Easy.
Old Swampy.
Yeah, I hope Langley got her blanket and pillow that I put in her car today at 10 o'clock this morning. That's a good pitch down Main Street for strike number 1. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Heading down to the student life trip in New Orleans.
Those are pretty cool. We do New Orleans.
Awesome.
We do, what a curveball. Just missed
It is inside. It's a 3-1.
We go to Cincinnati area, is that right?
I've been there, yeah. That's where the Ark is, on the Kentucky side of the river.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've heard the Ark's a cool experience. And
Wonderful. That's a walk.
Losing
Second
pretty quick.
Issued of the game by Porter. No hitter still intact.
Do we go to Dallas as well?
Arlington, yeah.
Yeah. No Atlanta.
Which you'd think they're the same, but you live there. But having to drive westward through Dallas to get to Arlington, you realize that they are not the same.
No.
Dallas is huge.
Dallas, the Metroplex is massive.
That's it's great that we're able to have those opportunities. And
yeah, no, I think that's and that's what our school's about, right? And I think a lot of the MIS. Didn't we win? And we won. It's not why we do it, but we won an award, didn't we? One year.
The All Sport.
Was it the All Sport or just
no,
for our philanthropic stuff?
No. I don't remember what the exact title of that, and I don't want to mangle it, but yes.
Basically, it's kind of like, I kind of go by the rule of Elvis. You don't do it for pride, or you don't do it for praise, not pride, or recognition. But it is cool when people notice that you're doing stuff. I mean, I know our administration's not going to say much about it, but they do a great job. Tried to call time and does not get it for strike number 2.
Liking this up.
But, yeah, we do some good things. And I think the kids learn a little bit. They see some things that, they wouldn't normally see. And that's fouled off by
right off the fist. Nearly got a finger there.
The last thing I'll say is, as a parent sending my kids to the school, it's pretty cool that they get to go do these things and experience, cool towns, but then also work at food banks and different things. So kudos to the people putting that together and doing all these good things. Right
off
back.
The glove, and that's going to be tough. Valente whips it across.
What?
I'm going to say Wynn was off the bag.
Yeah, the throw pulled him off. Wynn did a great job trying to hold his foot.
Boy.
That was tough all around. Started off with Benz making a great play, but you know how it goes when the catcher he basically slows the ball down.
He slowed it down to nearly a stop, and Coach Brandt's going to come out to talk about it. That is kind of Ben's a victim of his own athleticism there.
Yeah, no, I mean,
if you can't jump as high, then that's probably a pretty clean play, and they at least get the run at first.
And you're never not going to try to make the play. It's just an athletic reflex.
But that's just a tough luck.
Yeah, Aiden did a great job of barehanding the ball and throwing it to first, but just, like I said, pulled Wynn off, and Wynn didn't do anything wrong either. It was just one of those things where if it was going to happen, it was going to be.
My book counts for nothing, but I called that a single.
It was going to be a bounce in our favor. So, runners on first and second.
Spot of troubles.
Yeah, a little bit. Swing and a miss for strike number 1. That's a good start.
This is Reed Hager, second baseman. That was Vaughn Harris, first baseman, who hit into that infield single in my book.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pick-off play.
Very close.
No, so ball beat him, throw was a little high, and got him on the helmet as he got to the bag.
Yep.
Very, very close play, but
that was a great play.
I'll tell you what, that's going to shorten that lead, though. And if it doesn't, then they got him next time. Be a big first out. Quick delivery down the first base line, foul.
Yep. Foul ball.
Probably for the best.
Yep.
Wynn would have gotten the force stepping on the bag, but would have moved the runners to second and third. I'd rather roll the dice again, yeah.
Backwards K, right?
Backwards K. I like it. I wouldn't hate it. 0-2. The dirt. Good stop by Martin.
Yeah, that was a good one.
See the runner at second. That would be that's yesterday's game. D'Antoni kind of went, oh man, like kind of gave like, geez, like I can't move on that. Really?
What does the guy got to do to get to third?
Yeah. So that's quite the compliment to the catcher when he got the opponent's base runners bummed out. The 1-2 outside. Wanted to swing. Did held up just barely though. 2-2.
Ooh. Inside for ball 3. Runs the count full. 2 runners on, threatening in the bottom of the second. Ben's been working his way out of this. He's done it before.
I have full confidence in Ben's senior year final form. That's a walk to load the bases. Well, you know what that means.
Yeah, we're going to have a little conversation.
I was going to say force at every base.
Yeah, good point. I just, as you were saying that, I saw a cleat running. So I don't think this is cause for anything other than just a little strategy, a little calm down.
This is a good opportunity, I guess, to kind of look back at that game. That was a run roll game. That was 12-2 in 5 innings. But I'm looking at the 4th inning here. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 7, and then they put up 2 in the 4th. Little close. It's still middle of the game. You claw back at it, but we came out in the bottom half of the 4th. No, it was a 5-2 game, and we come out in the bottom of the 4th, and in 4 pitches get those 2 runs right back. So that is, of all the things to like about Tuesday's game, that sequence right there, how they could have, maybe been sliding, but then just immediately slammed the door. Just said those 2 runs are now meaningless in 4 pitches, and we're going to put a bunch more on you and get out of here early. Up and in for ball 1-2. Rowan Buck, the DH. Rowan Buck was not, he may be entered later, but he was not a hitter in the game on Tuesday. Has fouled away towards the soccer field. Yeah, it's on the soccer field. It is right by the far flag there. Liza's not too busy. Maybe she can go ahead and toss that over. It's on the field. It's like it's literally on the pitch.
Yeah, it is.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. Out ahead of that one.
Ripped foul. Now, for all y'all at home, the reason why the third baseman always plays, the third base runner is on the dugout side of the white line is because if the ball hits him, he's out of play. It doesn't count. Mm-hmm. But if a base runner is running in the diamond and the ball hits them, they're out. So
beautiful pitch, rung him up, and Buck knew it.
That was something that I would try to teach my kids in Little League. You would always see the third baseman straddling 1 foot out of the line and one foot in the line. And if he caught the ball and tagged him, there's no tag because he's out of the baseball field as well. So I would always make sure the umpire would say, hey, you see this? You see this? So if you watch as they get older, they're all taught the proper way, both feet on the diamond side of the white line. So, again, a little dumb trivia for people watching at home.
That's why they call it a game of inches. The 1-0 after that big backwards K has popped up. Could be trouble. Coming over, it's Tate. He's got the best look at it. He's got the catch and foul ground.
And you know what? Does a great job. Runners can advance. They could have tagged and run home on that.
It was a live ball at that point.
But Tate, obviously, very smartly in baseball IQ, was staring at home plate, staring at third baseman, ready to throw it. And he didn't have a huge lead. If good throw would have gotten him out. So base runners are stranded right now at first, second, and third. Nobody's plated a run so far, and we've got 2 outs. So Ben's still trying to work his way out of this.
Back to the top of the order. It is the shortstop. McKenzie hits it on the ground to Porter, and Wynn scoops it, steps on the bag, and
and
Mustangs get out of it.
Porter makes a great play. does his job and focusing on the play there is to throw it to first, but it's like that guy from second's running so slow he could just turn around and tag. And a lot of times people be like, hey, that's a little bit safer play. No, they're taught tunnel vision on that one. You got 2 outs, go to first. That's the routine play.
Yep.
And young Porter did a great job at third base, fielding the ball cleanly and throwing it across the first base.
Knowing he had time.
Absolutely. Was not rushed.
When I don't think we've really talked enough, I think, about Wynn's defense at first this year. He's had to go high. He's had to go low, side to side.
It didn't need much improvement, but it's improved.
It's noticeable. It's.
Look, he's a good first baseman. He's a good first baseman last year.
It's hard when balls are 5 feet above your head and on the ground,
or in the dirt.
Yeah,
everybody wants them chest high, right in front of them, right?
Right.
So. Yeah, you're right. Wynn has done a fantastic job at first. His hitting has improved a good bit from last year, and that's why he's in the 4-hole hitter, and there's no chance of him moving because he's hitting the ball great on the season. Yeah, and his defense. Last year, golly, let's be hypercritical. There was a couple of pop-ups that he missed, but you know what? He hadn't missed any. Everything has come together for Wynn his senior year, and you love to see it. So good for him for all the work that he's put in because these kids are going to go up to the batting cages. And they play other sports, so they're not year-round baseball players.
True.
And he's put in some work outside of baseball season and right before, and it's showing. And the team's the benefactor of it.
Up at the plate, we have number 15, Tate McClellan.
So we go to the top of the third.
With the bottom of the order, Tate McClellan in the 9-hole, and then a couple of Porters due up this inning.
Bunch of zeros on the scoreboard. We can change that real quick with one swing.
Home run leader on the club still.
Outside, good frame, but still a ball.
And see Tate just communicating with the umpire, wanting to know how that was a ball to work his strategy and what the zone is.
This is going to be a curveball. No, pretty much just a fastball on the inside half of the plate. Good cut by McClellan, but a little on top of it because that ball was diving a little bit. So counts 1-1.
What was that left field at Capaya? Probably more than 320, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Swing and a miss there.
I don't know if I went. Did I go to Capaya?
Probably not. It was like Friday in the middle of the day.
The shortest porch that I've been around is Starkville. The right
That's
field
true.
porch.
Swing and a miss.
Dang, that was a good.
That is
pitch.
the 4th straight strikeout for Chad Davidson.
Yes, it's 320. I'm not going to argue. I'm sure it is, but man, it just looks shorter.
Tempting.
Look down.
I might grab a bat.
Look down left field. That's 320, and now look down right field. That's 320. So Ben's Porter up.
He singled his first at bat.
But the monster field we played was at Holmes.
Yeah.
JUCO field.
That was
huge.
absolutely gorgeous, though.
Oh man, it was pretty. Cold one day, one time, and then perfect weather the next.
Just a perfect evening. That is popped.
And out of play.
Not into the soccer field, though. Did they ever get that ball? Yeah, they did. It's no longer in play.
That would probably hurt the toe if you try to corner kick that one.
It was set up for it, pretty much.
It was right
there. Really wish we could see the scoreboard. Set up a series of mirrors, perhaps, between games. That is fouled away. So I misclicked there. 0-2. The count to Benz.
Reaches
on
for
the
that
ground.
one.
Fielded.
Shortstop makes the routine play, and he's safe.
Beat it out.
Holy moly. So that was, a slow roller.
Wasn't that slow.
The speedster, and Ben's has got some wheels, and he's going to be pinch run, walk straight to the dugout. But, wow, what a hustle for Ben's.
Both kind of going for, ho-hum routine play. That's where he hit it, actually, to start the game off. It got through McKenzie. McKenzie got to that pretty routine-looking ball pretty routinely, but old Wheels Porter
Yeah.
beating it out. So McCraw Porter is also 1 for 1. He's going to miss there.
Yeah, that was a good-looking pitch. I can see why he swung, but it was a little on the outside plate. He's been calling outside strikes, but that was more into the left side of the dugout. Batter's box. But, look, I'd have swung at it too. That is
Squares
ripped.
that up, sends it down to the gap.
Oh, it's a
Failed
long out. That was hammered. It looked
Sounded
like.
pretty. Brooks Davidson, the left fielder, tracks that down.
Obviously missed it just a little bit, but that was.
If that's him missing it, I'd love to hear a parallel. That sounded pretty.
It had to have. I mean, he hits the ball so hard, and that one. I mean, I get that's got to be the wind holding that up because.
Could be. It's pretty stiff breeze blowing in.
Yeah, I guess that's what it was. I thought when he hit that had a chance, but left fielder tracked that down pretty well for out number 2. It pitches outside to Aiden Valente for ball 1, but hard hit ball. That's what we want to see. We'll start moving it to where they're not. So that's going to Oppo. Right fielder going back and makes the catch. Again, wind is brutal. Believe it or not, that one had a chance too if there was no wind. So Mustangs go fairly quiet in the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, 1 hit, 1 stranded. So moving right along here to the bottom of the 3rd we go. Porter back out on the mound, and we have 2, 3, 4. Chad Davidson, Ian Graves, Nick Glorioso due up. When we come we are working quick here.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, we got 2 of these, and we are far away.
Yeah, we are in beautiful Madison, Mississippi.
Madison St. Joe is a little it's right across the street pretty much from Madison Central.
That's
but
right.
You wouldn't really know it's here.
No,
You weren't looking for it.
It's a hidden little gem in the woods. I mean, and
But this school is very old.
Campus.
I don't know if it's been on this location, but this school is from the 1800s.
And that's a strike in there. Low part of the plate. I don't think they like that, but
We'll take it.
we'll take it.
Learned all kind of fun facts about Madison St. Joe. Scour on their website looking for email addresses. Didn't find those, but did learn things.
No, it is pretty campus. And that is
Fouled
fouled
away.
away. Porter goes up
Liza.
quickly.
Oh, it's halftime.
0-2. Just tell Mary Claire to throw him up there. She'll hear you. Oh, and 2.
Good place to be.
Little pause in the windup just to throw him off, and that ate up Michael Martin. I think that hit off the chest protector and the bottom of the face mask for ball number 1. That was a tough pitch to handle in the dirt.
So Bruins playing to contact. Porter.
There's another. Ooh, and that caught him on the arm. Look, that's 2 pitches that have ate him up. He's looking at Biz going, come on, man.
I remember the Mad Kites game. I said I was going to check on what color his arm was.
I did.
He was fine.
Yeah. You know, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's not going to be too bad. I was kind of wanting it purple with a little, seam and some heartbeat in it. But no, it went away pretty quick.
Be sure to sound off in the comments how your inspection of Michael Martin's arm went. Love to hear from y'all.
That probably came out the wrong way, didn't it?
Well, no, I just figured, I expected just an awful, awful bruise, and he's almost forgot it happened. He's a catcher.
He got smoked.
He's covered in those.
That's a good pitch, but that's going to be a ball.
Call that inside.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs.
Let's see a grin from Coach Branch there. Payoff pitch.
Ripped down the third baseline. That was going to be trouble if that was 2 feet to the right. But get away with that. Runs the count full. Is that right? 3-2?
Yeah, still full.
Still full. Yeah, I kind of like this patio. This is
pretty nice.
Yeah, we got a little bird's eye view. Kind of nice.
Give me
is a good piece of hitting there.
Give me basically this, but like the soccer field, got the terrace, the covering for sun and really all the elements.
Yeah.
And I'm a pig in mud.
Yeah, you are a pig.
3-2.
And
that got
brings him up on the home field.
He can't believe it. He's talking to the now. See, in my humble opinion, because I have a microphone, I do believe that ball 3 was strike 3, and that one was maybe a ball, but he's thinking probably should have been a strike. So the universe corrects itself.
Yeah,
that's my thought on that.
Oof, that thing broke both ways. In golf, we call that a slook, a slice and a hook.
Slook, I like that. I think Satchel Paige threw one of those. That's on the ground to Valente.
Backhands it, and boom, catches it. So I tell you what, that you don't really teach that to young kids, but when you're as good as Aiden is, that backhand saves a little bit of time.
He's doing that to be. As he gets up, he's already in his throwing motion.
That's
he
right.
can use all that momentum forward. There's nothing wasted. It's a very efficient way.
That's actually a little bit of a technique. Right?
It is. It is very much on purpose, and it is. I love efficiency, and that's very efficient.
Yeah,
We've talked about this, Aiden and I.
That's a good pitch for a strike. And, also, and I know he knows this already watching and playing for 3 innings, the bounces on the infield have been really good. So they've got a great field here. We've had a couple of fields where it's been some nasty outs for both
some crabgrass and
yeah,
you never
and
know, but it's just gorgeous.
That's it can be a little dicey, but when you got the talent, backhand it, throw it over, saves a millisecond, and boom, got the out. Curveball just didn't curve enough. Good pitch though, I like it.
I just looked over and see the orange. We are literally right behind. That is Home Depot, isn't it?
Yeah.
The right field that you see there, that is Home Depot. I thought that was just like a school building. Not getting the call on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a big shopping center with Kroger and,
well,
a
I
sushi
just,
place. Crumble cookie. I know you're a big sweet guy.
Oh, yeah.
Those Crumble cookies got like 4,000 calories per
Just
cookie.
get a cake. Like, what are you doing? Just eat a cake. You can't eat a cake in public, so you get crumble cookie instead.
It's a mini cake.
Ugh. It's too much.
Yeah, it'll make you take a nap.
And
unfortunately,
quickly
he loses them. Darn. Runners aboard. 1 runner is aboard with 2 outs. And the 4-hole hitter or
5-hole hitter, John Dean D'Antonio, the center fielder.
So I guess it's not the worst to walk the 4-hole hitter, with the batting average he probably has. He's going to have a courtesy runner.
3 walk versus 2 Ks, though, is a little uncharacteristic for Porter.
A little bit.
But no
Still
damage done. He's still
pitching a nice game.
He's working around it. And that's a testament to the growth of Benz. When he was a sophomore, when he didn't have it, and the hook wasn't quite good, he wasn't getting the call. It was not going to improve or any you just knew. And he's young, but the final form senior Benz Porter, if it's not quite, he's got other avenues he can go down, and he's not getting frazzled by anything. So
no, not at all. That pitch is a little inside. As a dad that has a son the same age, you sit there and you go, oh, freshman, sophomore, they can handle it, and they can to a point. But man, watching these kids mature and grow over the years, there's a difference as a senior. There's a difference as a junior.
and that's
Physical.
a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, there's physical and mental. So been there, done that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Can rely on some experience.
Well, that's what this is all about, right? Like youth sports is
human growth.
Yep, and definitely seeing that throughout this big, 9 seniors.
Something like that. It's a bunch of them.
I'd have to actually look at a raw. I'm not going to try to list them all off. I'm afraid I might forget somebody, but I know it's a gaggle.
3, 4, 5, 6. Minimum of 6.
No, it's more than that.
No, I know. This is off of what I'm counting off the top of my head. Handful of juniors.
Well, we will shout them out on Thursday.
Is it next Thursday?
Thursday, senior night against Jackson Academy.
This
is, by the way, Cliff, if you want to go grab a crumble cookie or something, this is senior night for Madison St. Joe. We will be honoring their seniors between games. Yes.
Yeah, okay. That catches the plate, so good job working it back. He's got 2 runners aboard with two walks.
He's been in far hotter water.
Yeah, but 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Than this. This is nothing.
2 on, 2 outs, and the pitch.
The 1-2. Just
Rip
protecting.
Foul. Yeah, that was
You got a pretty good amount of bat on that, honestly, for how quick that was moving in on him. Lefty riding in on the right-handed hitter. There's a couple of lefties on the mound, by the way. Chad Davidson also a lefty. Still don't understand why Ben's bat's right, though. I'm going to ask him about that.
I did a long time ago, and I can't remember the answer. But 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2
Felt
outs.
natural, despite it not being. I write like a lefty, even though I'm right-handed. I hold it like a left-handed person, so just because it just felt more natural. Is that Liza? No, not quite. Oh, we switched anyway. That's their goalie.
Yeah, so I tell you, this is a great piece of at-bat with this young man. Count's still 2-2, but as we've talked about, the more pitches a pitcher throws to a batter, the more it goes to the odds of the batter.
This is Vaughn Harris, the first baseman. He's 1 for 1, but
Good.
got caught looking.
Look at my reverse jinx right there.
Beautiful. The second reverse K of the inning. And, so a couple of walks, but no harm done. It's going to be bats need to pick him up.
Yeah.
Benz he's still 0-0, but, he's doing his part.
Yeah.
But been a kind of a tough nut to crack, this young Chad Davidson feller. He's going to warm, and we are going to have part of the lineup, 4, 5, 6, Win Harden, Clayton Goss, Michael Martin, due up for the top of the 4th already. Jeez, when we come back. Shout out to Chicken and Waffle Day at lunch today.
Yeah, but no, you got to let me know when that happens.
Yeah, my bad. That is fouled back. It was so good. Some people were on their way to go study for a biology test. And then I heard someone say, it's like, where are you going? It's Chicken and Waffle Day. And they've just turned around and went to lunch instead.
Here we go. Yeah,
priorities. In the dirt for ball 1.
I noticed I got the the schedule for the upcoming seniors, and basically they got 3 weeks left. Unless you're an AP, and then you got an exam after you graduate?
Not this year.
After?
Not this year. Well.
I thought
which one's that?
Was it biology or something?
No, biology is the very first exam of all of them. So that's the Monday before they.
I thought I saw an AP exam the Monday after graduation.
No, I think we're good. Last year, They had calc and physics on the same day, literally a full week after graduation to the day.
Okay.
Friday to Friday.
There's two problems there.
Well, we're the weird ones. 3-2 to win. We're the weird ones. Like, you know, my last day of school was 06, 06, 06. Like, so they're what are we?
Getting a little chatter below us. Home fans not totally excited with the calls. I think we're okay with them.
The 3-2. Cut on and missed. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts for Davidson. Clayton Goss is 1 for 1. He singled, and that was the play that Trace was thrown out at home in the first inning. Ball one is maybe a little high, maybe a little outside, maybe both.
Just a little outside.
Yep. Fastball misses. Off where there was chalk. 2-0. Little low. So 3-0 to Gooser. Oh, boy.
I knew that was coming. Man, he backed out before he even released the ball. You're going to get a strike called on you every time. 3-1 is the count. And counts full.
That was quick. Life comes at you fast.
Gotta stop and smell the roses every once in a while. Good Ferris Bueller. There. Okay.
There we go.
Now he gets on. Still, in my opinion, kind of got out of batter's box a little early.
Coming up to bat, number 20, Michael Martin.
You know what? I've been looking for that email. I apologize. Oh well, I will give up on it. And I thought I saved it. Have you ever noticed sometimes on your phone you can't find emails as easy as on your
All the
computer?
time. Pictures, too.
Man, it's brutal.
First pitch swing and it's popped up.
And that's out of play.
Play.
For a second, it looked like it was going to stay, but that's popped out over the Hill Academy dugout on the first baseline.
Holly Smoot tariff, which
Smoot.
anybody raised tariffs.
Raised. Holly Smoot. The guy's like so asleep he falls off of his hand.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Late.
The
not even
ball
close.
beat him, but the ball
It's kind of
wound
funny.
up in center field.
It's kind of funny. We've got some
2 strikes.
yelled got him, and the ball wasn't even close. Goose had a good jump on that. Catcher pop up just a little late, and
I mean, as the crow flies, the ball probably got to second base before Clayton. The problem is it was nowhere near glove.
yeah, it was second baseman was crashing, and yeah.
So something will cook in here now with a runner in scoring position for Martin.
1 out, 2 strikes.
That's what I got.
Bunch of zeros on the scoreboard so far, but we can change that with 1 swing of the bat. Left fielder moving a little bit to his left, but still, excuse me, a ton of room in left field for him to sneak one past. Time awarded, and now everybody is ready to go. Gooser goes back to the second base just a little bit. Ball's inside and low, maybe more low for ball 1.
Stays alive.
Good protect.
Nice snag by Tate, too.
As his dad would say, choke up on the bat, widen the stance, and protect the plate, and he did his job there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Clayton still on second base.
I want to see him smack another double.
That'd be cool. Pretty large gap between right and center. They are shading Mr. Martin a little to the left. Center and left field are. So there is some room for a little slap single. Second baseman's definitely covering, so there's a lot of room. And he does it again, but they've played him really well.
Yep.
So hit the exact same
On the button, but
shot as before. That one wasn't hooking as much as the other night, but they did shade him left, so they remembered their scouting report and played him on the button. So 2 outs. Runner still on second. Branch giving Clayton a few words of wisdom. Clayton nods his head. And we're ready to pitch to Braden.
a separate Goss entirely at the plate.
How about the Gosses switch places? Outside, a little bit too much. Couldn't frame that enough to get the strike call. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs.
I know what you mean. Like, hit a double and then he scores, but now I'm thinking those two are just so different. I'm thinking like a Freaky Friday situation. And it's messing with me.
Swing and a miss. Almost shortened up the bat a little bit. That was over the outside center of the plate. I guess it was just a little high. Good-looking pitch, though, to swing at. I would have swung at that, too. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Foul's back.
Fouled back behind us.
As Lady Bruins will have a throw in near the flag. I want to see a goal. I want to call a goal.
We were watching half a little bit. Mary Claire was talking to him with not a lot of animation, so maybe we were up a good bit or had.
Did win that game on Tuesday 6-0.
That's why I'm saying that.
But we also we beat this team 12-2 on Thursday, and we are deadlocked at 0 in the 4th.
Yeah, so you never know. But Mary Claire, when she was talking to the team, wasn't too animated. So I'm hoping that means that they were up in the first half.
Want being loud or anything?
Huh?
Want being loud or anything? And hollering?
Nah.
Just enough to stay alive.
Yeah, they're telling him to play it. Yeah, he popped up. Good job trying, but that was definitely off his foot in foul territory. 4.
It's
foul tip.
It's good gamesmanship. I'd raise an eyebrow if they didn't try to say, hey, that's fair.
Yeah, it's good hustle.
Howard Street.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Down the line.
That would have been.
Look out, bus.
That's why I didn't park there. That's why I didn't park there. So that would have been pretty slick. If that stays fair, the right fielder's playing over significantly to the left. And so that would have definitely swapped Gosses.
Yep. I just can't. Seeing them act like each other, it's hurting my head.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know, but that's
Braden standing
stuck
on
there
second.
now.
That was
On the ground,
ripped.
2-3, Graves Fields, pumps, fires.
And routine play in time. And, that first baseman didn't have to – he's a tall dude, so
he is.
That's going to be an advantage for high throws. And but the Bruins get out of a little bit of a jam with Clayton on second base. And
both teams have had a little bit of traffic, a little bit of a
little bit. I think they've had a little bit more than we have.
Some choppy waters, but nothing decided here. We head to the bottom of the 4th, all tied at 0. Porter's still on the mound, and we have 7, 8, 9 here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And we're ready to go. Bottom of the order, but top of the names list. Reed Hager,
Yeah,
Rowan Buck, Brooks Davidson. Solid trio.
Yeah, Hager's the pronunciation, but I am a Sammy Hagar fan, so I like the name. First pitch in there for a ball.
Sounds like a Viking. In a good way. Like I know I'm usually kind of sarcastic. Like I legitimately love these names. They're awesome. They're no Wiggy Ball, Hartfield alum. I think he's on ULM now, basketball team.
Oh yeah,
Wiggy Ball.
that is a pretty cool name.
That is strike one in there. As the hook hooks.
Dirt kind of splash off the glove. That was a cool effect.
Got a piece. Doesn't matter.
Foul tipped it for strike two. If that
Good
would have
practice,
been,
yeah.
If that had been strike three, that would have been slick.
It's still slick.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Ben's working his way back. That's foul tip behind us. Not foul tip, that's foul straight back. Pretty good contact. This was underneath it a little bit. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. And the pitch. The hook didn't hook. A little high. That's okay. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Martin read that well. It almost looked like a pitch out.
I think it's 3
Interesting
balls.
timing, considering there's nobody on base. The 3-2.
Yeah, he just misses high.
Just misses.
Pitching a good game. You know, last inning, this inning, he's been just a fraction off. And that's what's kind of gotten the traffic. But he can tighten up real quick.
That's
no
right.
problem. He's done it all season as far as, you know, coming back from a little bit of adversity. So no harm, no foul. Concentrate on the batter.
So we got Rowan Buck, the DH, up. He was the first strikeout victim of Ben's Porter. Backwards K at that.
It's fouled straight back.
I don't know why we got all this series on the backwards forwards thing.
You brought it up.
I guess probably. I don't know what I just talk. There's backwards K is the strikeout looking. Forwards K is the strikeout. Forwards, that is
It's off
on the
the
ground.
fist.
Porter going to flip it to
Got it, though.
second.
Got it,
Held
though.
on. Tate holds on for the fielder's choice.
Look,
Gets the lead runner.
McCraw did the right job. It was a tough play. That was going to be hard. He flipped it a little low, and so Tate had to dive and did a great job catching it like a football, if you will, and just holding on to it and not moving. So, heck, I don't even know if we were going to turn the double play, just the way the ball was rolling slow. So, good job getting the lead runner. Everybody did their job. And fantastic with 1 out. Runner on Hagar's on Hager. Nope.
No, Buck's on first.
Buck's on first.
And that is in the air to Goss, who's been busy. This is his 3rd try, and he's 3 for 3.
Yeah, it takes a couple
His
steps.
controller's plugged in.
Took a couple steps back, just making sure he was found the ball, and then came in. The 2 steps he walked back and makes the routine play for out number 2. So we talked about Ben's tightening up just a little bit, and he did it.
That's what I like to see.
So all we got to do is just tell Benz what he needs to do, and he'll do it. That's cool.
With the walks outweighing the strikeouts, starting to see.
a great pitch.
The hook. Well, if the hook's going to do that, then you know everything I'm saying is moot. But see, after that walk, he's pitching a contact.
Yeah.
Got a good defense behind him, and going to try to catch him napping. He's back plenty of time.
Yeah. I want to see the. Oh man, Wynn throw it over to Benz, but put it in his glove real quick and just pretend like he threw it over to Benz.
Oh yeah,
Hidden
that's some Kentucky nonsense. Kentucky always does those kind of shenanigans.
So that was a lazy, awesome curve, swung late on, and gets the 2nd strike to quickly go up 0-2, 2 outs, runner on first. Love to see a strike here down the middle, swing and miss for a quick inning. Oh, he calls him out. He calls him out. Okay.
A very subdued, polite, gentlemanly,
Looked around,
strikeout looking.
said, y'all all saw that, right? And then decided to call him out. You know what? We were thinking maybe because he was so slow on the call, maybe a little high.
Yeah.
But
And Coach is going to talk about that
and you know what?
a little bit, and I don't blame him.
I like the way he did it. He asked him a question.
That was very
he answered it, and he said, yes, sir,
how-
okay, and walked in.
what
He
the game-
disagrees with it, and
But-
I'm with him.
Yeah, that's fine, but that's how it's done. That's
You know, I think there is a nuance to
yes, great work, exactly.
to getting on the ump, to asking a polite question, and getting in his subconscious
Yep.
of maybe that was a little high.
Yep.
Because there are
Power of suggestion. You bring it
human
up.
nature
Yep.
of makeup calls.
Absolutely.
It goes both ways. We've been on the receiving end of makeup calls this
Uh-huh.
year. So, yeah.
There's so much psychology happening all the time.
Yeah, to the I'm thinking I'm going to go with that was a little high.
Might have been.
But why am I arguing that? I like
don't know.
it.
But good to see. I like my first look at that. I know nothing about Madison St. Joe's coach other than that, and high marks for me. I feel like that's how it's done. That's how you complain. That's how you gripe with tact. But we got a good one here. Might as well just stick around. This is surely coming down here soon. They've been working quick. Chad Davidson on the mound still for the Bruins, much to
our chagrin.
That's
Pitching
right.
a gem of a game. It
really has.
is.
It's going to have 8-9-1 due up. Brandon Barlow, Tate McClellan, and Benz Porter. Barlow and Tate, both strikeout victims, their first time up. That was part of that string of 4 straight Ks for Davidson. 4 of his 7.
He's got 7 Ks.
Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.
Well, 6, 7.
I can't
what
read it right.
What a great game he's pitching.
Should bunt.
And the first he's kind of thinking a second. He's not very happy with the rubber, so he must have thought he slipped because that was a little obscure for how he's been pitching. So
I like the bunt sign there.
Is he going to do it again?
This could be a 1-0 one, you know? Got to manufacture something. Does not. Swinging away for strike 1.
Swing and a miss. That ball just dropped to the basement real quick.
I think Barlow's perfect one for it. Saying all year how he's, it's like he's playing bingo. Just, all right, let me get a bunt. Let me get a hit by pitch. Let me get a double.
Same pitch.
Let me get a walk. Let me just, whatever. Just a gritty player.
Yeah, falls behind 1 ball, 2 strikes. Those were 2 nasty pitches. I see the same one coming. And yep, outside for ball 2. I have a feeling the next pitch is going to be outside as well.
And Ump's going to come over and talk to.
I think they're going to ask the fans to
I think
be a
it's,
little quiet.
yeah.
I'm going to say that really quiet because they're right below us.
Yeah.
But
It's over, Anakin. We have the high ground. I think that's, no.
no,
Body.
just-
Oh, okay. Body language.
Yep. Talking to the
Hey, Matt, you know what? Like we said, there's a right way to gripe. That's low. And, of course, now that was also part of a game. When they're yelling body language, our dugout comes to life.
oh yeah.
And reveled in that
Pounce
pitch in the
when
dirt.
they're down.
Swing and a miss, though.
swing and a miss.
Last
So
laugh
they win
as
that
down on
battle.
K's goes Barlow
Yeah.
for the first out of the inning.
Look,
Brings up Tate McClellan.
he didn't get a call he wanted and kind of got down in the dumps a little, but came back and just nasty. His 3 strikes in that was just impressive. So Tate McClellan up in the top of the 5th with 1 out. He's our 9-hole hitter, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Swing and a miss. That's a pretty good pitch. The young man can deal, that's for sure.
Open game changer, so I can check it real quick. Takes a while to get into it, but let's see how we're doing here as we're about halfway point.
Swing and a miss to go quickly behind 0-2. Now you're going to see a little junk coming, and this pitcher got some movement on his ball, so Tate's going to definitely have to protect anything close. Inside and low. Actually, a little surprised he came low. I mean, inside. I thought he would have stayed on the outside. What do I know?
Wow. I'll get to that when I have a good opportunity, but I open game changer, and I'm a little surprised.
There's that outside pitch, misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He had a couple of pitches to work with. Now I think you're going to see him tighten down just a little bit. 2-2. Doesn't have quite as much room to work with now. Gonna have to get a little bit closer to that plate. He does, and that is right down Main Street for the Statue of Liberty strikeout. That just froze him. I think Tate was going to be looking for something else, and he unfortunately just guessed wrong. He's normally a swinger, so good. Hey, pitcher won that battle.
Yep,
and
he's been winning a lot of them.
Yeah, and so kudos to him.
So brings up Ben's Porter, 2 outs, nobody on. He's 2 for 2. Wanted to go 3 for 3 there. He saw that 320.
Wow.
About came out of his shoes.
This pitcher's gotten stronger as the game's gone on. That's ripped to third.
Graves
Routine
fields.
play, throws it over to first.
Nice
The
stretch.
and Benz doesn't pick
Necessary.
that one out.
Yeah,
Too hard.
Yeah, well, I think he remembered how quick he was there. So he probably didn't need to stretch for that, but wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, I mean.
So 1, 2, 3 go the Mustangs.
So, look, I think this is pretty cool. He was a little frustrated, showed a little bit of emotion. Umpire's handling it very well. Talks to the coach first, then he talks to the young man. I think he's done that with one of our players, too. Not just for something else, but I like that. Look,
What are we here for? What's the point? We already talked about this.
Walking up, that's what they said. The more important thing is the gamesmanship, not the score, even though we want to win, and we want to win every time we step on. And that competitiveness doesn't need to stop. But
yep.
Good job by
Good
the
to
umpire.
it's good to get reminders from time to time.
Man,
I think that goes for everyone, right?
We've talked about that all year. In a day and age where it feels like umpires are just getting lambasted, I mean, just beat
Pretty thankless
up.
job.
Yeah, and some of them have been pretty bad over the years.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, this year, these guys are killing it. The consistency
Absolutely.
is there. The teaching is there. They're doing a great
Yeah,
job.
and they're not perfect, of course. That's part of the fun of the game is getting
that's
worked up
definitely-
about,
Yeah, ball and strike.
come on, Blue. But really, yeah, when you get down to it, like I completely agree that it's been very quality this year.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to shake their hand. They run off too fast and go to their car, which I get it. That's what they're trained
That's
to
what
do.
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, doing a great job.
All right, throwing down, and Ben's Porter. So Ben's Porter's still on the mound. What surprised me is we're talking about, and you hit the nail on the head earlier, how Ben's has been just missing. Ben's has 79 pitches, 45 for strikes.
He's not just missing.
Yeah, but Davidson, 77 pitches, 51 for strikes. Nearly identical. But you have, 8 Ks versus 2. And that goes exactly to what you were saying as
Two
in there for a
Warriors
strike.
going at it.
If Ben's is just a few more inch or two here on these pitches, it's identical lines.
I know this sounds crazy, but maybe some of these strikes for balls might change some strikeouts,
Yeah.
Sometimes you get up, you gotta protect, and you swing at a pitcher not
That's
supposed to,
true.
things like that. So,
But was very, very surprised seeing all these, the Ks from Davidson and the walks from Porter, how they've really gone kind of pitch for pitch.
That's right.
This game. Interesting. That's in the air. Pitching to contact, working out well for Porter as Wynn is underneath that can of corn for the first out.
Boom, win. See, like we talked about, working on everything in his game and just the confidence, just an easy catch for him. And so good to see for out number 1.
That was Chad Davidson, the pitcher, popping out. 2-hole hitter brings up third baseman Ian Graves, number 3 in the 3-hole.
Is unfortunately killing it on the mound.
Yeah, Davidson's killing on the mound. Graves had plenty of opportunities, and he's done well. He's 0 for 2 at the plate, though. Like to keep it that way. Well, I guess make it 0 for 3.
Everybody
Outside.
thought that was going to be a strike, but it was a ball.
It's fine.
Even the batter was kind of looking back going, ah.
1-0. Same spot,
Comes
same
in
result.
there. Oh, darn. Yeah, it's out, Benz. Yeah, he's calling. Oh, Benz didn't know if it was high or low. Okay, my bad. Yeah, man, that looked good.
Goes right at him, and it's greeted right back to him. Single up the middle. Graves, his first hit of the ball game. I'm sorry? You are. We both are. They're over there. We're here. Yeah.
Are we in trouble?
Brings up Glorioso, catcher. Nice stop by our catcher.
Good block by Michael Martin. Runner has to stay put.
Got a time called. And
change balls. I'm just going to check it to see.
Ben's a little annoyed by that, which is good. That means he's ready to go. Locked in, as they say. Well, got a little flinch of a swing, but a little high.
You thinking high?
Yeah.
Up here, I thought that looked pretty decent, but 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Pitch is swung on for strike number 1 to the Bruins dugout. Two balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Lazy curve, kind of wanted to, he stood there like he was going to get hit, but it missed him just enough. Runs the count 3-1.
And that's the rule. You can't move into the pitch, but you aren't obliged to actually move.
Ooh. You know what? There's that ball, that pitch that was going to be a ball that he swung on. So Benz gets a break. Good-looking pitch.
Yep.
Gets a little bit
swung
of a break
literally on top of it. That ball went straight down.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't swing at that, that's a walk. So runs the count full. And
oh, boy.
Thought that was going to hit him. That came inside. So we got 2 runners aboard, 1 out. No harm, no foul. We can get out of it.
Where was that? That was the second inning. We had, Madison St. Joe had bases loaded, nobody out. Could not convert. Coach Branch coming out to the mound. Coach Putnam came out earlier.
Yeah, we might.
Benz is, according to Game Changer, he's at 92 pitches now.
Yeah, I think we might see something. We do have someone warming up. We haven't talked about that. Yeah,
Where are they?
They're way out there by Home Depot in the garden section.
I see.
Looking at the potting soil.
Give a nice shrubbery.
Yep. Maybe a rose bush.
All hands on deck.
So we're not having a pitching change. We're just having a long talking to.
Too long for the umpire's liking.
Yeah, he's going to come say, hey, guys, let's go. Nope, he's letting them talk
Yeah,
for a
he's
second.
just saying, what's up, man? What are we talking about?
So next visit's going to be a pitching change. If
I think it has to be, right?
You said he's got upwards of 90 pitches. I think
yes.
If I had to guess the movement, I think that might be Charlie Dunn warming up. If I had to guess.
Oh, geez, I see him. Yeah, no, that's the Tai Chi. That's Charlie.
Yeah. So, you have a little bit of...
It fits. He's a very zen dude.
You know, he doesn't say a lot. His actions...
Doesn't need to, you know?
Speak for everything.
Oh, whoa, that was actually thrown.
At him. Tate with the hustle.
To everyone's surprise. Batter's surprise, Aiden's surprise.
I mean, it was thrown right at the runner. I mean, he was like, what are you doing? Why did I make you mad? I thought we were friends.
He wouldn't have gone anyway, but he almost just was caught flat-footed, just being like, what just happened?
Joe almost took one in the rib. That's in there for a strike. So the talking to helped a little bit.
Yep. This is this lefty-lefty matchup is John Dean D'Antonio, the center fielder. He is 0 for 0. He has 2 walks.
Swing and a miss to quickly go ahead 0-2 with 2 pitches to John Dean. Runners on first and second. Infield playing normal, no shift, no weird depth, and that ball kind of hangs on him. Ben says, my bad. He has hung a few, and that's okay. You just don't want to hang him over the plate.
So with the pitch count approaching 100, thinking plan is just Ben's finish off this inning with a 0.
We'll find out with this batter, to be honest with you. He walks him full. I think you got to make it. He's already made a decision.
How long Charlie's been out there?
I think a decent while. I think he's ready to rock and roll. He's warming up from the stretch. And that is
single into left field.
And that's going to play to run.
Carson gets it in. Hits the cutoff man, but Bruins strike first on an RBI single from the center fielder, D'Antonio.
Good piece of hitting by that young
Bruins
man.
1, Mustangs nothing. Runners on the corners and 1 down here in the 5th.
I think we're going to get a time.
Here comes Coach Branch, and I think that'll do it for Benz.
Yeah. And we're going to get a call to the bullpen, and unless you want to say something, we'll take it.
No, just a commendable effort by Benz, who talked about it, just clearly didn't have it. But
Heck, 90
boy,
pitches,
I mean,
right?
you know, just having to tough that out, trusting his defense, getting the rear and back, getting the pitches when he needed. For that to be just the first run,
He's done a good job.
he's done an excellent job. Ate up a lot of innings. That is indeed Charlie Dunn. He makes his way over from the gardening section, and he's probably out of breath, so it's going to take a while to warm. We will take a break. 1-0 Bruins in the bottom of the fifth with one down, runners on first and
Let's say it again.
Charlie's warming up. But, yeah, just we were chit-chatting about Benz and said, hey, why are we off? This is gold. Gold, Jerry.
Yeah, gold, Jerry. Gold.
But what were we saying? You had a good point, I thought.
Yeah, so he had 90-something pitches, and we were talking about just, you know, how good he's been over the season. He was just a little bit off, which I don't think is really fair. I mean, but, you know, he got out of a bunch of jams, and then the thing that we haven't talked about that you know, y'all at home are probably thinking about is, you know, he just went almost five full innings. We protected a bunch of pitching, and you know what? Throw to that batter, and if you give up one run, and if we get out of this inning with one run, it's almost a win because you've saved some pitching. You've got Charlie Dunn, who's been a great pitcher this season.
And just the third pitcher used this series.
Yeah.
As Aiden went the distance in that
this
five-inning
is
game.
such an important series for us.
It is. And we have a whole other game after this.
And for Madison St. Joe,
yeah.
for that matter. So, you know, we can hopefully get out of here with one run. Charlie does his job like he's done all year, and boom, bats come alive, and we win 3-1. There you go.
I like it. It's definitely kind of trending that way. I think 3-1, 3 runs, I think, for either side will absolutely get the job done.
He'll be a monster. I mean, the way this young man for the Bruins, for St.
That's
Joe's
Chad
pitching,
Davidson, lefty, yeah.
Just pitching a gem. And right now has won the duel just by a millimeter. But you know what? We'll see what happens when the sixth inning comes up.
Game of inches.
Yeah.
Have they had anyone warming? Is that their bullpen over there?
Yeah, they had someone earlier, just a little
Just
bit.
loosen.
But the way
Nothing.
it looks right now, he's coming back out to pitch.
Yep.
I'd send him back out.
Well, I got game sheet up. So Davidson's sitting at 77 pitches through 5. Ben's ended at 94, I believe.
That's a pretty awesome game right there.
Bunt shown by the first baseman. Pulls back out of the mid, but runner will. Michael is not going to throw that anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we had a play on to throw it, you know, firm back to Aiden. Aiden was kind of crashing in a little bit, so maybe that would have been a throw to Aiden, not covering the bad, but kind of crashing behind Charlie. But first pitch is a ball. Runners on second and third, one out. And that is ripped to Goose.
Air coming on.
Oh,
he traps it.
Traps it.
Runners had to tag. Throw to the plate.
That's gonna be
He's
out.
got him.
Yeah. Oh, he dropped the ball.
Oh,
my
boy.
God, he dropped the ball. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. Well, darn. I know he's frustrated at himself. He also backed up just a little bit, so he might have been safe anyways.
I wasn't going to say it, but you're right. I saw it too.
But the umpire did wait to see if he held on to the ball. Maybe that was the easy call right there.
Bailed him out a bit.
Yeah.
Having to make that tough call. That's softball about that.
Yeah, he's maybe took a cleat to a finger or something.
And, yeah, Coach Branch coming out not to talk to the umpire about the play, but to check on his catcher. He's looking at that right hand. He's got his mask down.
I think he's okay. I think he's just as tough as Counts was. So we do have runners at the corner again, so there is a play on. If it's a fake play or a real play, 1 out. Bruins have played 2 runs in this inning.
Could be Kentucky shenanigans where the guy at first just falls down between first and second, and while everyone's like, what? The guy from third just scores. Absolute nonsense. Runner goes. Throw does go down to second. Aiden creeping up. Fires back to third.
Ooh, got him. Golly.
Oh.
That was me being wishful, was what that was. That was a close play.
I like the play.
Yeah, I think he was back safe. I just, as a fan, you're always going to say,
Yep.
got him.
Yep. I like it. Well executed.
Yeah, we had a play on and came close, but they are out of the force with runners on second and third.
Don't know what the pitch was. So don't know the count.
It was a ball.
Okay, thank you.
That's what the scoreboard says.
It didn't a second ago.
They put it on right when you said it.
About that.
So that's going to be,
You can actually see this
I
scoreboard.
believe, 2 balls. That is a brisk wind.
Yeah, right when Charlie came in, it's like he
And it's
brought
starting to blow out.
the gales in November coming early here. That is in the air. Goose, very busy
That's
today.
going to tag.
Throw goes through the cutoff man to the plate, not in time.
Look, there's nothing he could
Sack
do.
fly.
That was just, that's called baseball. He did a good job. He did his job. Sack
Did.
fly to get it to 3. And when I said 3-1, I didn't mean them. I want it to be us. So now it's got to be 5-3. It's got to be the winning score. But the Bruins just keep putting run after run on the plate, playing sound baseball. 2 outs. Runner on second, doing a little home housekeeping on the third base. That the base broke.
So where's Ben's?
Benz is in center,
Yeah, okay. This is his specialty.
breaking bases.
I remember at the coast,
Oh yeah,
he was just standing there on second, holding up second base like he was Ricky Henderson.
forgot about that.
That ruled. It took a good while to get that back in. We might have a second here.
So
Charlie's just doing some soft toss, stay loose.
coach has done this before. He's digging out the hole, and about to be back in business. So
Yeah, that's a pro.
good job, coach.
I mean, I feel like them and when they meet Tim and Monty Python, and he just starts doing the fire, and then people just clap because anyone else did it. I feel like one of those claps for him. Like I know no one else is doing it, but like I feel like it needs to be recognized. It's pretty good.
It's some
Under
dry,
pressure.
funny humor though.
Oh, the Brits.
Curveball a little high. Batter kind of squinted down a little bit because that did look like it was coming at his head. But
That batter is Rowenbuck, the DH. He is 0 for 2.
so not on the same
yep.
page. So Charlie wants to have a chit chat.
I wouldn't say wants to. Not really a chatterbox. Not really eager to be starting conversations, but when duty calls.
Make sure that 1 is a fastball, 2 is a curveball.
Soccer's over.
Which is outside. Good snag by Martin. There is a lot of room behind the plate here, but I think there's a pad, so that's gonna deaden the ball a little bit. It's not gonna bounce back to the plate as fast, so you definitely have to be.
That brick, that might bounce to second if they didn't.
Yeah.
That's low. Ball 3.
Yeah, 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs.
Over.
And that's a 4-pitch walk.
Not too many of those today, for my liking, in my humble opinion. Puts runners on first and second. So Bruins have had 2 on pretty much every inning, but only so many holes that.
It's a good pitch there. That pitch started on the outside part of the plate and kind of curved back in. So that was a good pitch. Fooled the pitcher for strike number 1. There's a curveball just a little high.
You know you're throwing a good pitch when you fool the pitcher.
Did I say that? He fooled himself.
I like the turn of phrase. I thought it was good.
One ball, one strike.
Whoa, what's that ball?
And I have fooled myself.
Whoa. That is in the dirt for ball 2. Are we trying to gauge the body language of soccer, see how that went? Guess I could just be patient and wait till at least one of them wanders over here. That could be trouble down the line. It's down.
Clayton gets it. He's gonna stop one run from coming in. Misses the cutoff because he's trying to get it in. But you know what? That's a huge effort by Clayton.
It really is.
Because that's about to be 2 runs if that gets past him, and a triple. So he does hold to a double. He does hold the third, the runner on third base. But they do play a run to go up 4-0. They played it 4 runs.
So I'm gonna star that play because when we win this 5-4, we're gonna look back to that.
Yeah, that was a good play. There's nothing you can do with that. That was well hit ball, but he minimized the damage, and that's all you can ask for that strike.
Yep.
That was not only a strike, but a check swing strike.
Probably would have been a strike anyway.
Yep. He did say he was asking if that pitch was a strike, and the umpire said yes, it was.
So 4-0 Madison St. Joe. All runs coming in the 5th here.
Ooh,
got a piece
dang.
of it out.
Martin
Martin's
is getting
just
beat up. Now that one.
Oh, that got him hard.
Yeah, that foul tip got quick. He's not coming out of the game. I know him. He's going to take a second, but that hurt. I don't know if that was a finger, the offhand glove. I mean the off glove hand. I'm not sure. He's not really He's not holding a hand. That might have just got him in the chest. Now he is. He's taking some lumps today.
Yeah, above average.
Take your time. There's no hurry. It's an easy drive home. 4-lane all the way.
That's true.
North to Winona and then over.
Oh yeah, you're a Winona through and througher.
Yeah, you know, the Lexington thing, 2-lane road maybe saves you 3 minutes. Whoop-de-doo. I think it's just safer for everybody to go to Winona, but what do I know?
Yeah.
I walk left when people walk right, so that's just the way it goes.
Michael Martin.
Still in pain, but not coming out of
the walking wounded, but.
Yeah, this would be a great pitch to strike out on just to give him a break.
Yeah, just give him a break.
Yes, we want to get out of the inning, but man.
You're catching some ice, man. Come on.
Yeah, give him a break.
He does.
And we got it. So he is still in pain and barely getting off. What a man. What a young man right there. Way to grit that out. And everybody's kind of leaving him alone. Everybody's he walked straight in. No one's talking to him. He's going to take a second and relax.
Yeah, the strikeout comes on the 9th batter that the Bruins sent to the plate in that 5th inning, the leadoff hitter McKenzie. The strikeout victim for out number 3, but not before the Bruins plate 4. And we got our work cut out for us here as we are moving right along. We're in the 6th inning already, Cliff.
Yeah.
Top of the 6th coming up with McCraw, Porter, Aiden Valente, Win Harden. Looking to climb back out of this hole here. I think we can do it.
So it does seem like my one fan, maybe 2 fans, agree with me going to Winona versus Lexington.
I do avoid the return trip through Lexington. I don't go at night.
But the bus goes that way all the time. Oh well. I like the safety of 4 lanes. That's just me being an old fogey.
Yeah.
We'll shakeup. Yeah.
Crop Porter.
325. 325.
I like it.
325.
Craw's 1 for 2, but that 2 was with some sauce on it. Strike one
that
there.
was a slick little changeup right there. Is this the same pitcher?
Boy,
I don't think so. Number 6?
we have one job.
Yeah, you think we'd do it
That
well.
is number 6. That's
the same guy?
Reed Hagar now.
No, that's a new pitcher.
It's Reed Hagar.
So they do pull the number 8 is starting pitcher. So what a great game. Kudos to him. 2 claps, maybe 3. But McCraw got fooled. And honestly, the only reason I noticed that is because the other guy didn't throw a changeup like that. That was a pretty nasty changeup that got McCraw out in front. But the count is 1-2. Is that right?
Well, I had 0-2, and then that.
That was a ball.
It says 1. Okay, yeah.
They're just a little slow, but that's
That's
fine.
fine.
That's in the dirt as well.
Boy.
So this would be neat.
We check Home Depot, see if we got any catchers or something. Like
they're getting beat up.
I mean,
this young man, 2 pitches in a row.
I think that'd be like in a container aisle, you know.
That's a good outside pitch. McCraw swings at it, does his job swinging at it, but
yeah,
they're talking a little bit on that. But man, that was a good at bat. It really was. So he throws a fastball on the outside, and McCraw swings at it just a little bit late. But heck, when you got a changeup like that, woo!
So last time up, McCraw stung 1 to left. Aiden Valente stung 1 to right
That's
afterwards. That is not stung,
fist.
but it could get the job done. Ranging over second baseman, not Reed Hagar anymore. I don't know who that is, but he makes the catch.
Yeah, that was just off the fist, and wind's definitely going to help a ball going to left field. Hitting it to Home Depot is going to be difficult. Going to be difficult, I think.
Why did I think that was the school? It's huge.
And we were a little disheveled when we got here.
It's a Home Depot-sized building.
That's a strike down the lower half of the plate. Good call.
I just got here.
A little low. Yeah, we were a little out of sorts. We've kind of settled
So
in nicely into this.
on the side, make some extra cash. I like, enrich the youth and prepare them for the world and all that. So that kind of helped me up a bit there today.
Oh, okay.
I try to make a deal about that, but,
Your $15 tutoring session? You under charge, but that's just me.
Yeah, where is she? Oh, New Orleans. Yeah.
Hey, boss lady.
Goes down and gets that.
And
Calls it to right. And Wynn played a bit with that. Made it a little tricky, but I'm
almost missed that one.
Going to assume, I haven't mentioned this, Sutton Davis, by the way. That's the right fielder. The DH is hitting for the right fielder. That's still him. He made a pretty good adjustment as the Wynn was playing tricks with that. But
pretty fast on his feet.
1, 2, 3 is not what we need in the 6th, Cliff.
So Branham was warming up in the bullpen and runs from the bullpen to the outfield. Looks like he's going to go to left field. Benz is going to center. We heard rumors of a little bit of a shakeup, but I don't think that's going to happen right now. Clayton hasn't gone out to right field yet, but he's just grabbing his glove, I got to believe. What I'm talking about, Bruce, before the last inning was just talking about maybe some changes later in the lineup, maybe. And obviously we didn't get that far. But the defense is still the same. Branham in left, Benz in center, Clayton in right.
And I think worth mentioning, behind the plate, Michael Martin.
Yeah, I think
that was a question mark. I think the way he caught that last strike, and
I think you'd have to knock him out for him not to go back out.
Yeah, that's true.
He's tough. He's got the Brantley Counts Toughness Award. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. He went to the dugout and sat straight down, took off his chest protector.
Now, that's high praise coming from you, because I was sitting right next to you, freezing our butts off when we saw, 5 feet away from us, Brantley Counts bunt one directly into his face.
Yeah.
And shook it off like it was nothing. That was that was an impressive feat of toughness for any age. That I'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
He got smoked and he was fine.
Yeah, I think the ball to the head, the only thing that did is made him argue a little bit more. You know, he never really argued before that.
He turned it up to 11.
Yeah, he turned it up. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. You know what? Let's go somewhere else. 11. Yeah, Stonehenge. You know, it's going to be awesome. But that's just a good replica. No, that's it. What?
The feet and inches thing. That's how I know my feet and inches. Well, if ever I kind of forget, I think back to that scene.
So, no, but Brantley was a tough catcher, and Michael Martin's proving to be a very tough catcher.
Chandler Counts can sling it.
I tell you what, that was impressive on the
Lefty.
Friday game to forget how well
Freshman.
he pitched. Yeah.
There's a freshman core. That JV team is a core of excellent freshmen, especially arms. Don't
That's
think
good.
I've seen over the years like the all-in-one grade kind of the promise and potential out of a group of arms like I've seen from this 9th grade group.
Yeah, there's some 7th graders and 8th graders. They're unbelievable, too.
We get the JV varsity end on Tuesday of the JA series, so we will bring that. That hit him. We'll bring that JV game to you on Tuesday.
Yeah, that stung a little bit. He's kind of limping down to first base, but tough kid. He's going to walk that off. But that was a curve plunk. So leadoff batter is a board in the bottom of the 6th. Running out of time. We have 3 outs left, but before we have our 3 outs, we've got to get 3 outs from them, and that was not the start
already
we wanted.
need 4.
In a very critical series, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Skipper's calling time just to make sure his first baseman pitcher is okay. That young man's not coming out
You
again.
go for broke in everything when if we get to the game 3, which I hope we don't.
Well, we're going to play it.
Yeah.
That pitch misses outside for ball 1.
No.
That's on the fist. Caught and doubles him up.
There we go.
Yeah, look, that young man on first did nothing wrong. How do you know a ball's going to float to the pitcher like that? I know he's frustrated, but yay us. So that is a 1 unassisted. How do you score that, Banana?
So 1-3 double play.
Oh yeah, that's easy. What am I thinking?
Well, I wrote it as 1-3 double play.
Pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1 to the third batter of the inning,
Who is the catcher, Nick Glorioso.
who's been beat up pretty well
Yeah.
as well. In that
5th
last
inning was
game.
not kind to the catchers.
New. That kind of. Did you see that kind of comeback? It was high, but it's almost like a screwball almost. You know, the old style reverse curveball. It's definitely not flat. That's for sure. That ball had some movement. So that's down the middle. Aiden eats him up over the glove. Darn. That was going to be a routine out. Ball just jumps right over Aiden's glove and makes its way to the outfield. And they have a runner aboard with 2 outs. We're going to see a courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner.
John Dean D'Antonio is up.
That is Hudson Rogers. Greetings, Hudson. Stay there. Welcome to first. Just hang out there.
And
Well, that
bada
was
boom,
easy.
bada bang. He even stepped back to hit that ball. I don't know if you noticed that, but thank you. We'll take it. And now the all-important top of the 7th inning. Mustangs down 4-0 with the last 3 outs and need to do some damage. Who's up?
Clayton Goss, Michael Martin, and Braden Goss due up for the Mustangs. The 5, 6, 7 hitters. We're going back to Reed Hagar. Well, we're not. The Bruins are going back to Reed Hagar. Entered in the 6th. He's looking to close this out. We are very much trying
he
to
doesn't.
thwart him. So, yeah, stay tuned to the top of the 7th. Clayton, Michael, and Braden due up. Ready?
Yep.
So Clayton, we'll get us started here. Clayton Goss is 1 for 1 and a walk, so has reached both times. That's his job right now. We need base runners.
Yep, and he's been the highlight of a few games, so definitely got the ability, that's for sure. First pitch outside, pitcher couldn't control it for ball number 1. He wanted to give that ball back really bad.
Polite young man.
Very. Pitch is on the outside plate, yeah. The count 1-1.
Hey, props where it's due. It was probably a strike anyway, but I'm liking the frame from Glorioso there. Again.
That's another frame for strike number 2.
That's. I mean, they teach that now. That's part of it.
They can. Clayton likes the pressure. See how he handles it. He's gonna. That pitch is past everybody for ball 2. Evens the count.
Just realized I'm wearing one of my few. I have 3 Loose Goose.
Nice.
Clothing company shirts.
Bennett's got a couple. I don't have any. I probably need to get one.
Fights it off.
Darn.
Going to be in the infield.
Easy play for the
number
second
3.
baseman to retire the first Pill Academy batter, Clayton Goss, for out number 1. As young Michael Martin comes up.
Now batting number 20, Michael Martin.
So we have Michael Martin at the plate. We have Braden Goss on deck. And I tell you what, it's kind of weird. We've got a bunch of Pill Academy players with batters' helmets on that weren't in the game before. So interesting.
But in the on-deck circle is Braden Goss, as scheduled. 0-1 to Martin, swing and a miss. 0-2 to Martin.
Good pitch, good swing. It's a little on top of it. That was a darn good pitch. Bottom dropped out, and he's up quickly. 0-2, 1 out to young Martin. And that is
down
going
the line.
To be a rip.
One hops the wall.
The fence. Yeah, so that's going to be a double. He's not hurt. He is okay. Look at him, just clapping. So that's a la Tuesday night with a little bit harder hit.
Yeah, I agree. That was smoked.
So, Banu, if you didn't know that, that was off the barrel of the bat. And when you hit it on the barrel, it goes a long way.
I see.
So we do have a pinch runner for the catcher.
So it's not like you're not like poking at it. You want to.
Yeah,
you want to put the horizontal.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. If you've never seen baseball before,
I got it. That would be, I guess, a bit easier. And they're going to talk things over,
so
as they did not call the double pitch. So they're going to try to get on the same page. And Braden Goss looking to keep us rolling.
Look, Goss has definitely got it in him. He hits the ball hard. He's hit it different places throughout the season. He was put in here for a reason today at DH. So it's his time to shine right now.
He's been built since he's in 8th grade. He just looks like a power hitter to a pull power hitter.
He's been a man among boys for a long time. Man, that pitch is in the dirt and outside.
Nice stop.
Nobody. That is a professional stop right there. But when we were playing Little League, that young man, man, I did not like Wyatt, Moses, and Braden Goss. If I had to play against them, they were never on my team, and they just destroyed our team every time.
Glad you qualified.
Yeah.
They were on the other team.
They were on the other team.
I did not like Wyatt Moses.
I did not like.
I hated those kids.
I wouldn't say that, but they made my life brutal. Wyatt Moses, God, I love him, but he would steal second before my pitcher would even go into the windup.
Yeah.
I was like, just throw the ball over there.
And we will see him next year.
Yeah,
made the tough decision.
Yeah, he's a great athlete, and he's another one of those. You're not going to take him out of the game. Period. I mean,
they almost had to rip his arm off.
His
to
left
keep him away
arm
from
could fall off, and he would still want to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's everything you want in a young player. So, so now
it's like picking up a free agent.
Yeah, Goss is behind 0-2, 1 out. Runner still on second. Okay. That's chopped. Foul. That was going to be close, but that's a foul ball.
Well, I mean, a tough play.
Yeah.
As they've moved things around, so
that was going to be a long throw to first.
That's Vaughn Harris, who was playing first.
Oh,
Ian
yeah.
Graves, who was playing third, is playing second. I can't really see first base, but I'm not. It's not their normal starting third baseman who has started the first two games.
You're right. He was the first baseman.
So maybe I'd like to see a sliding door scenario where that is fair. See what happens. That's outside.
Ooh, they wanted that.
No,
that's outside.
That was outside.
That was outside. They wanted that, but that's outside. Even the count.
That's the
2-2, right?
where we're at in the game, because there's been plenty of pitches.
Pretty strong eye to take that pitch, but you swing at that, you're missing it.
Yeah, that's true. 1-2. Oh boy,
Almost looked like it was going to hit him.
I think he kind of swung the bat as a defensive maneuver there. If anything, got a piece though to stay alive.
Yep. Is it 2-2?
I thought so.
And the scoreboard says 1-2. Nah, there we go, 2-2. They're listening to me. So counts even. Trace is still on second. We have a little bit cooking, just a little. Maybe the pot's simmering a little.
It's a double here. We got a stew going.
Oh, late swing, just couldn't hold off. I know he's frustrated with that. That was a tough pitch, and that was just, he was like, oh, I got to protect. But last second swung. So we do have we were debating off air, maybe on air. There was a lot of changes coming, and we do. We have our first sub is Bennett for
Brandon Barlow.
Okay.
And what we were talking about was the potential dominoes. But I think right now, we're trailing by 4. It's a huge game, huge series. Is you worry about the bottom of the 7th when you get there.
That's right.
Right now, it's get there.
Yep.
Or not.
Down 4
that'd be
runs.
Well, I guess we'd have to. I'm dumb. But yeah, worry about that later.
Oh, you're not dumb.
I keep. No one will listen to me. I'm a very stupid person.
Below average, maybe? Below average?
I'm very, very dumb. I just have a good memory. That's all it is.
Well, then that's not the definition of dumb. Wow, I thought that was outside. That's the first time I've disagreed with him. Not because 4's up to bat. But that runs the count 1-1. I'll give it to the ump because he's called a good game, but that was outside. Oh, I said I was going to give it to him.
1-1 after several checks on Martin. Chop to first.
That's going to
fielded.
end the game.
That's the game.
I know that's frustrating. He rolled over it, and that's his biggest flaw. He hates it when he does that. But give it to the pitcher for the Bruins. He pitched a gem
that was
and shut us
Chad
down.
Davidson.
Very impressive. So the Bruins take
Game 2.
Game 2, and I think we're about to have a little bit of an intermission.
We will. So there's
Senior night.
it's senior night. Don't know how many seniors they have. But where are we at? Well, Game 2 was supposed to start at 6. That's not happening at 6:05.
Oh.
I'd say maybe pop back in around 6:30. See if we're on. Try to get on a little bit
6:45?
early, probably closer to 6:45. We're actually here this time, so we don't have to start it right as the game's starting. So stay tuned. But yeah, a bit of a longer break than usual. But you're definitely going to want to come back for Game 3. This game is enormous for both these teams, and they both kind of played. I think this with kind of what they were doing with subs and pitchers and using pitchers, not using pitchers. Kind of knowing how big this game is. So you're not going to want to miss that. Check back in. Yeah, half an hour, probably closer to 6:45.